Hi everybody, my name's Amy. I'm going to be a freshman this year, and I'm really excited and privileged to be here in Nepal with this amazing team, so I'm just going to start by introducing. We have Soumya. She's the creator of Project Baala, and she's just amazing. We have Kanji. She's the first Tamang woman to reach summit of Mount Everest, and she actually just went for her second time recently, so congratulations, Kanji. And then we have Vendela. Vendela went to base camp last year. She went to base camp last year to raise money for charity, and she used that money to create party pads, which she's now leading through her student organization, Changemakers 2030. Are we ready to start? Okay, so I guess we can start with Soumya. What made you see the need and want to start Project Baala? What motivated you?
So my mother runs an underprivileged school right next to my house. So this is 3 kilometers away from my house. And I used to go there as a volunteer and teach the students over there. So whilst I was teaching, I realized that a lot of girls wouldn't come to school for a couple of days. And when I started talking to them, I realized it's because they couldn't afford menstrual facilities. And that came as a huge shock to me because we lived within 2 kilometers of each other. And the disparity in what they had and what we had access to was completely mind-blowing. And then subsequently, with my experiences as a volunteer teacher in Ghana, I faced the same problem and realized that this was universal. This wasn't something that just existed in this one pocket of Delhi. It was something that existed all throughout the world. And so I was lucky to put together a motivated team who wanted to do something. And we thought about what we could do, and we came up with Project Baala.
So you work in so many different states of India, so many different pockets and slums. So what's your favorite part in everything that you do? I mean, you do so much work, so what keeps you going? Why do you like it so much?
To think about it, we've worked across many different areas and villages across India, and I've probably delivered the workshop over 100 times now. And what motivates me and keeps me going is the sense of gratification that you get when you're there, when you're on field with this group of girls and women who have this expression of awe. When you're telling them about natural processes like menstruation, which they earlier used to think was a curse or was something that came as an impurity. And when they realize, when things clear out for them and they have this expression of awe, of understanding, and when they see these napkins and they feel that it's going to solve problems for them, that's motivation enough. It actually encourages us to, go further and do more. And I hope you guys felt that when you were on field
really did.
in Nepal, because
really
I think we had a wonderful experience even here.
Yeah. As you're talking, I'm sure we can really relate to what you're saying. That is a good feeling. Okay. Okay. So, what are some of the challenges or things that you think Project Baala as a team could do better?
So definitely, there are a couple of things. We're all learning. This is only a 1.5 year old project. So the biggest challenge is sustainability. How can we get these sanitary napkins back to these girls and women after a 1.5 years? So we've thought of a couple of ways to be able to do that. But also, how can we make the whole process self-sustaining and more sustainable so that every woman and girl has access to these napkins throughout their lifetime. It's just not a one-time thing, because then we're only giving them a solution for a short span. It needs to be a long-term solution. So that's definitely one of the biggest challenges. But other than that, I think in the beginning, one massive challenge was how to break into the community about such a taboo topic. In India, there are so many myths and taboos related to menstruation, and it's so hard to be in the community and get them to sit together in a group of 200 or 300 and talk about this. So I think that was one of our other big challenges, to break that mental stigma, to break those barriers and have a free space and an open space for conversation.
Yeah. Well, you seem to be doing a good job of that. So where do you see Project Baala going? Like, what are your goals, or what's your vision for the project?
I mean, the ideal dream would be that in the next 20 years, we're absolutely useless. So, my vision is to have impacted so many people or to have created awareness to such an extent that we're not needed anymore. That the awareness level exists and there is a sensitivity towards menstrual hygiene in the country that our intervention isn't required anymore. So, that's like the utopian dream. But of course, we're working towards this. We want to impact as many lives as possible and benefit as many girls and women as we can.
Why do you think that girls should use the Baala pads as opposed to other pads, just other general pads?
So there are a couple of reasons why I believe that reusable sanitary napkins was the most optimum solution for the situation that we witnessed in rural India. So number one was the cost. So affordability is a big issue in rural areas. Having to think about shelling out 40 rupees every month to buy a kit of sanitary napkins is a huge luxury and a huge privilege for most of these girls and women in rural India. And I'm pretty sure it's the similar, with my experience in Africa and Nepal now, I think it's a very similar situation across most developing countries where this fixed cost of 40 every month is a massive expense. So number one is definitely affordability. Number two is accessibility. As we saw, once you travel into remote places, the access to sanitary napkins becomes a huge problem. So women have to walk for kilometers and to be able to get access to this basic facility. So having a reusable napkin which could be with them throughout, the year, and they could just use it whenever they got their cycle was something that seemed like, the most sensible thing to do for remote areas. And the third thing is environment. So, we don't think about this because we're still kind of enjoying these sanitary napkins, these commercial napkins, which came into India in the 1980s. So, we're still basking in the glory of development, of getting access to these facilities, and we're ignoring the implication of using them. So, statistics say that every woman is actually generating 2 truckfuls of just menstrual waste throughout her lifetime. And with a population of 1.7 billion in India and 335 million women being menstruating out of that 1.7 billion, you can imagine the amount of waste that we're going to generate if every single woman uses the commercial sanitary napkins. So thinking about these 3 factors, the only way forward seemed to be like a reusable sanitary napkin. And then we incorporated different features like bright colors and usage for 8 to 10 hours, just so that we could kind of accommodate all of the functionalities and utilities that a typical girl or a woman has in any village across the country.
And what is the purpose of the bright colors?
So, there's these taboos exist where women are not open about drying the sanitary napkins out in front of other family members. So we gave it a bright pink, so that if they have like a bright pink chunni or a dupatta or a kurta, they could just hang it next to it. So it's not very obvious that it's a sanitary napkin that's hanging out there.
That's smart. Thank you, and congratulations. We heard about your successes this year. She's going to be right after Nepal. Soumya's going to be going to London. She's been selected for a competition with investors where 1 out of 10 organizations in the world have been invited to this competition. So good luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Kanji, you're the head of the Nepali Save the Child. You've really been active in bringing Save the Child to Nepal. So how did you get involved with Save the Child?
म चाहिँ यही गाउँमा जन्मेको हो यो सिम्पलचोक जिल्ला भोटाङ गाविसमा पर्छ यो चाहिँ एकदम दुर्गम ठाउँको रूपमा चिनिन्छ र म यही गाउँमा हुर्केको कारणले यहाँको दिदीबहिनीहरू चाहिँ एकदमै 5-6 क्लास पढ्ने र वैदेशिक रोजगारमा जाने सिलसिला एकदमै बढेको छ प्रत्येक घरको 1 या 2 जना दिदीबहिनी अथवा आमा भाउजू बुहारी सबै वैदेशिक रोजगारमा गएको छ यो चाहिँ एकदमै यो क्रम चाहिँ एकदमै बढिरहेको कारणले यहाँको स्थानीय महिलाहरू चाहिँ शिक्षित छैन एकदमै शिक्षित नभएको कारणले एकदमै दुःख भोग्नु परेको छ आफ्नो काखी बच्चाहरूले छोडेर वैदेशिक रोजगारमा जान बाध्य छन् विदेशमा गएर कसैले आफ्नो लास नेपालमा पठाएको छ भने कसैले एकदमै दुःख भोगेर त्यहाँ बसिरहेको अवस्था रहेको छ। यसले चाहिँ रोक्नुपर्छ भनेर म यो अभियानमा लागेको छु र सबभन्दा जरुरी भनेको शिक्षा हो र हामी एउटा महिला शिक्षित भयो भने एउटा घर परिवार शिक्षित हुन्छ, एउटा बालिका शिक्षित भयो भने उसको भविष्य शिक्षित हुन्छ, उसको भविष्य राम्रो हुन्छ भनेर हामीले यहाँ चाहिँ सेभ द चाइल्ड फाउन्डेसन दर्ता गरेर हामीले गाउँमा एकदमै दुर्गम ठाउँमा को बालबालिकाहरूले चाहिँ हामीले शिक्षामा सपोर्ट गरिरहेको छौँ। यो हाम्रो पहिलो प्रोजेक्ट हो। हामीले भोटाङदेखि सुरुवात गरेको छौँ। भोटाङ चाहिँ काठमाडौँबाट लगभग 5-6 घन्टा गाडीमा आएर पुगिन्छ र त्योभन्दा नि माथि यहाँ भोटाङबाट 5-6 घन्टा हिँडेर लार्की भन्ने एउटा गाउँ छ, हामीले त्यहाँबाट सुरुवात गरेको छौँ। लार्के जानलाई चाहिँ बाटो एकदमै अप्ठ्यारो छ। हामीले त्यहाँ गएर 100 महिलाहरूलाई चाहिँ प्याडहरू वितरण गरेको छ, जहाँ चाहिँ महिलाहरूले अहिलेसम्म कहिले पनि कसैले दिएको छैन र पाएको छैन भनेर उहाँहरूले एकदमै खुसी हुनुभयो हामीले दिएकोले। किनभने अहिलेसम्म हाम्रो समुदायमा चाहिँ महिनावारी हुँदाखेरि खुलेर बोलेको अहिलेसम्म छैन र अहिलेसम्म पनि गाउँको महिलाहरूले चाहिँ त्यो खोरी कपडाहरू युज गरिरहेको अवस्था रहेको कारण उहाँहरूले चाहिँ यो प्याड पाउँदाखेरि एकदमै खुसी हुनुभयो। लार्कीमा चाहिँ कम्तीमा पनि 100 जनाभन्दा कम महिलाहरू रहेको छ। त्यहाँ जम्मा 51 घर दूरी रहेको छ। त्यहाँ चाहिँ एकदमै दुर्गम भएको कारणले कोही पनि मान्छेहरू त्यहाँ पुगेर कसैले केही दिएको भने छैन। अनि यदि कोही सङ्घ संस्थाहरू आएर सामानहरू दिए पनि उहाँहरूले चाहिँ 5-6 घन्टा हिँडेर यहाँ अर्को गाउँमा आएर लानुपर्ने अवस्था रहेको छ। अहिलेसम्म कोही पनि मान्छे त्यहाँ पुगेको छैन र हाम्रो टिम चाहिँ त्यति टाढा गएर हामीले त्यहाँको महिलाहरूलाई, त्यहाँको बालबच्चाहरूलाई केही सामग्रीहरू दिएकोमा उहाँहरू एकदमै खुसी हुनुभयो अनि एकदमै राम्रो रहेको थियो।
So, can you tell us a little bit about your Mount Everest summit experience? I mean, what motivated you to go to summit twice? What was your agenda as you went to Mount Everest?
म चाहिँ वैदेशिक रोजगारको कारण विदेशीको थियो। विदेशमा जुन महिलाहरूको पीडालाई मैले देखेँ, जुन एकदम नजिकबाट देखेँ र बेचबिखन हाम्रो देशमा भइरहेको छ, यसलाई चाहिँ रोक्नुपर्छ भनेर मेरो दिमागमा थियो। तर यसलाई चाहिँ कसरी सुरुवात गरौँ त भन्ने सिलसिलामा चाहिँ यहाँ जमिनबाट बोलेको आवाज कसैले सुन्दैन, तर माउन्ट एभरेस्ट भनेको संसारको सबैभन्दा हाइएस्ट पोइन्ट हो, सबभन्दा अग्लो ठाउँ हो। त्यहाँबाट बोलेको आवाज चाहिँ संसारभरि फैलिन्छ भन्ने हिसाबले मैले माउन्ट एभरेस्ट चढ्ने मिसन बनाएको थियो। मैले के अरे यो एभरेस्ट एक्सपिडिसन चाहिँ नेपाली महिलाहरूको आवाजलाई त्यहाँबाट बोलेर संसारभरि फैलाउने सोच लिएर मैले एभरेस्ट जाने तयार गरेको थियो। र यो सुरु गर्दाखेरि मैले 2016मा मेरा पिक चढेको थिएँ। मेरा पिक सफल भएपछि चाहिँ म एभरेस्टको लागि रेडी छु भन्ने लाग्यो र त्यसपछि हामीले 2017मा एभरेस्टको जर्नी सुरु गरेका थिएँ। बेस क्याम्पबाट हामी आइसफल र बेस क्याम्प र आइसफलको पार चाहिँ एकदमै डेन्जर छ, एकदमै रिस्की छ। त्यहाँ चाहिँ कतिखेर आइस भत्केर त्यो पहिरो बन्छ भन्ने थाहा हुँदैन। बिहान एउटा बाटो हिँडिन्छ भने अर्को बाटो हिँडिन्छ। पहिलो हामी बेस क्याम्पबाट क्यामनको हाइकिङमा जान्छ, त्यहाँ गएर क्यामन टच गरेर बेस क्याम्प फर्किन्छ। बेस क्याम्प फेरि सेकेन्ड टाइममा चाहिँ हामी डाइरेक्ट क्याम्प 2 एक रात सुतेर हामी क्याम्प 3 टच गरेर फेरि बेस क्याम्प फर्किन्छ। त्यो क्रम एकदम राम्रो भयो र जब मैले 17मा समिटको लागि म बेस क्याम्पबाट निस्केको थियो, म आइसफलमा पुगेपछि मलाई एकदमै महिनावारी भएको थियो। महिनावारी भएर म क्याम्प 1मा पुग्नेसम्म म राम्रोसँग हिँड्न सकेँ। त्यसपछि चाहिँ मलाई एकदमै यो खुट्टाको दुईटै पार्टमा दुखेको थियो। के अरे यो चिसो ठाउँमा भएको कारणले होला मलाई त्यहाँ एकदम गिभ अप गर्न मन लागेको थियो, किनभने मलाई एकदमै गाह्रो भएको थियो। तर मैले जसरी पनि सक्सेस गर्नु थियो, किनभने म एभरेस्ट चढ्नु मेरो लागि होइन, हरेक नेपालीहरू महिला दिदीबहिनीहरूको लागि थियो, हरेक आमाहरूको लागि थियो। त्यही भएर मैले जसरी पनि चढ्नु नै थियो। त्यति बेला एकदमै गाह्रो थियो तर पनि क्याम्प 1 र क्याम्प 2 को बाटो भनेको 3 घण्टाको थियो 3 घण्टाको बाटो 6-7 घण्टा लागेर भए पनि म क्याम्प 2 सम्म पुगेँ क्याम्प 2 मा हामीले एक दिन रेस्ट राखे एक दिन रेस्ट दिनुभयो त्यसपछि हामी क्याम्प 3 को लागि गयो क्याम्प 3 हुँदै क्याम्प 4 पछि हामी राति 10 बजे क्याम्प 4 बाट सुरुवात गरेको थियो हामीले बिहान 6 बजे समिट गरे जब म त्यहाँ पुगे म एकदमै खुसी थिएँ एकदमै किनभने हरेक नेपाली महिलाहरूको सपना चाहिँ पूरा भएको जस्तो मलाई फिल भइरहेको थियो यस्तो लागेको थियो त्यहाँ म एक्लै हिँडिरहेको छु तर मसँग सारा नेपाली महिलाहरू चाहिँ मेरो पछि हिँडिरहेको जस्तो मलाई फिल हुन्थ्यो र त्यहाँ एकदमै माथि पुगेर एकदमै कराएर रुन मन लागेको थियो तर त्यो पनि सम्भव थिएन किनभने हामीले अक्सिजन मास्क लगाएको हुन्थ्यो गोगल लगाएको हुन्थ्यो त्यही भएर हामीले 15 मिनेट जति त्यहाँ बसेर फोटोहरू खिचे त्यसपछि फर्क्यो जाने क्रममा हामी जसरी पनि माथि पुग्नुपर्छ भनेर एकदमै बल लगाएर जान्छ तर फर्किने बेलामा चाहिँ के माथि पुगेपछि हाम्रो एनर्जी सकेको हुन्छ अनि खाजा सकेको हुन्छ पानी सकेको हुन्छ भोक लागेर एकदम गाह्रो भइरहेको हुन्छ तल फर्किन त एकदमै गाह्रो हुँदो रहेछ तल फर्किने बेलामा एकदमै खुट्टा पनि दुखेर एकदम गाह्रो भएर पनि मैले तल सफलताका साथ बेस क्याम्प सफलताका साथ फर्किएँ
So, what about your most recent expedition, your second time?
मैले पहिलोचोटि चढिसकेको कारणले मलाई यो दोस्रो पटक चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ भन्ने लागेको थियो यो दोस्रो पटक जानुमा मेरो खासै उद्देश्य थिएन तर मेरो मेन उद्देश्य भनेको यो सेकेन्ड पटक एभरेस्ट जानुको चाहिँ नेपालमा जहाँ जुनसुकै कुनामा बसिरहेको हरेक महिलाहरूले चाहिँ न्यापकिन युज गर्नुपर्छ यो कपडा चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो होइन स्वास्थ्यको लागि यसले चाहिँ एकदमै नराम्रो असर गर्छ यो न्यापकिन चाहिँ हरेक महिलाले अनिवार्य युज गर्नै पर्छ भन्ने यो मेसेज चाहिँ संसारभरि फैलाउनको लागि म दोस्रो पटक पनि म एभरेस्ट चढ्न गएको थिएँ र दोस्रो पटक सगरमाथा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ भन्ने मलाई लागेको थियो तर पहिलोभन्दा धेरै गाह्रो भएको थियो जब म साउथ पोलबाट माथि गएको बेलामा मलाई माथि टपमा जानुपर्छ भन्ने मेरो अलिकति पनि मनमा थिएन म जसरी फर्किन्छु मेरो मनमा फर्किन्छु जस्तो लागेको थियो एकदमै गाह्रो भयो यसो माथि हेर्दाखेरि टप त एकदमै नजिक थियो जसरी पनि म यो मेसेज चाहिँ म टपमा पुर्याउँछु भनेर म एकदमै गाह्रो भएर पनि मैले टपमा पुर्याएँ र एकदम गाह्रोको साथ पनि यो सेकेन्ड एक्सपिडिसन पनि सक्सेस भयो यो चाहिँ हाम्रो सेभ द चाइल्ड फाउन्डेसन लाई अगाडि बढाउनुपर्छ र प्रत्येक महिलाहरू शिक्षित बन्नुपर्छ प्रत्येक बालबालिका चाहिँ शिक्षित हुनुपर्छ उनीहरूले चाहिँ आफ्नो शिक्षालाई बीचमा छोड्नु नपरोस् भन्ने चाहिँ मैले फैलाउन सफल भए जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ
So Vanilla, how did you get involved with Save the Child? How did you get into it?
Okay, so basically ever since I was a kid, my dad would act like a role model, you know, he would be involved with a lot of charity things, not Save the Child yet. Save the Child, we got involved, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, but ever since I was a kid, he would do small charity stuff, and like that I would show interest, and then he would encourage me to travel and to meet kids in orphanages, even if I wasn't doing anything too crazy, just like talking to the kids, spending time with them, because that's what's most important, just spending quality time. And like that, I guess that's how I got into a lot of charity work, and I've become really interested at a young age. And after my dad met Ravi Uncle, the founder of Save the Child, we both immediately became, you know, members or joined Save the Child, and yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay, so you played a pretty active role in bringing Save the Child to Nepal along with Kanji. So how did you, what made you think of Nepal, and what made you want to bring Save the Child here?
So basically, I trekked to Everest Base Camp last year with Kanji and Pemba, and that experience was absolutely amazing, and we were fortunate enough to have Kanji as one of our guides. She's very much involved in a lot of charity work and empowerment for women. So like that, we became connected, and we thought it was a great idea to have her involved into Save the Child, so that's how we brought her in. to save the child, and that's how she got like into it. And this year, it actually originated as we were planning on just coming to Nepal to trek, but we thought, why not do charity, while we're here? So we talked to Kanji, and we had a whole team of amazing Nepalese people to help us with everything that we've been doing for the past 4 days. And everyone's been really great. Everyone had everything arranged for us. Changemakers is basically Save the Child's way of bringing young adults and kids together to teach us about issues in third world countries, and we just learn about things and situations that we can't experience or we won't be able to learn in school or anywhere like living in America, because most of us live in America. And it's a great exposure to kids like me because, as I said before, we don't experience things like this on a daily basis. It's maybe we see it in movies and things like that, but we don't really get a feel for it. And Changemakers, through Ravi Uncle, he really organizes the program in a way where we really understand, maybe not as much as actually living in the situation, but we really get down and dirty into whatever we're learning about, such as lack of menstrual hygiene, lack of water, hunger, what else? Poverty, just many, many things that are going on. We focus on 6 things: Sustainable Development Goals of the UN out of 17. The 6 main ones are actually on the t-shirt. So this one is hunger, water and sanitation, equality, education, health, and poverty. These are the six aspects that Save the Child has chosen to focus on, especially with the Changemakers group out of 17. These colors represent the 17. And by the year 2030, we want to make as much as an impact as we can for solving these 6 problems. And every year, Changemakers grows. Right now, we have about 15 kids all over America, mostly in Dallas and California. But for this upcoming year, we're planning on getting 15 more, and like that, the goal is to just get as many young child volunteers possible and just make a new generation of, I guess, just educated people about global issues that aren't usually like commonly known among many people.
So, what did you learn in Changemakers through this program?
So basically, Changemakers itself was a huge learning experience for me, and I'm probably speaking for everyone in the program. We obviously learn about all of the issues, the major ones, minor ones faced by people in Africa, Nepal, India, all these developing countries that we don't normally face in first world countries. But more than just learning about issues and things like that and gaining a knowledge on them, Changemakers has like, I guess, taught me how to think outside the box and think about solutions for all these problems that everyone else is facing in around the world. And because most of these issues, they don't have simple one-step solutions. It takes a lot of strategic planning and like in-depth thinking and all that kind of stuff. And if it was just that easy, everyone could do it. And Changemakers, we just focus on looking at every small aspect, just looking into everything and just more like in depth, I guess. So just thinking outside the box is really, really important when you're looking into problems that are so big and don't have simple solutions. So I guess that was the main thing. Also, another really important thing that I've learned is just that, staying in a room talking about these things is the first step. But next you have to actually get down and dirty into all of whatever you're trying to solve. So that's why we came to Nepal, because there's a huge need here for sanitary napkins, trafficking and everything. So that's why we decided to come here in Nepal to the most rural area in such a beautiful place in the mountains where there really is a huge need. And we were able to live amongst all the villagers here. We were able to get a feel for how it is, for how people normally live here. Okay, so we came to Nepal to really understand how people here live in the rural areas, and with the knowledge that I've gained, that we all have gained by coming here, we all will actually able to go and analyze and assess what we've experienced. Now since we have an idea of what it is, and now we know kind of what people need more than like what people have told us or anything like that, we actually know, so we can plan for future, I guess, visits and anything like that. Like now we have done maybe 10%, but next time we'd be able to cover more things like education and things like that.
You're a young group of change makers, and it's heartening to see that you're involved in such important subjects at such an early age. So, how old are you, and how did you get involved with doing what you're doing?
I'm 14. I just finished 8th grade. I'm going to go to my freshman year of high school. I'm a year younger than Vendela. And I got involved really, I've always just had an interest in, empowerment of women and that kind of thing. And so when I heard about this thing that Vendela was doing, I was really just interested to come. And so I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to, kind of tag along. And I just loved every minute of it.
Amazing. So, how was your experience here? Was it what you'd expected? What were the, kind of the things you were thinking about, and what was the reality?
Well, coming here, it definitely was not anything near what I expected. I'm sure we can all agree on that. At first I was kind of shocked just because I had never been somewhere it's the least commercial place I've probably ever been. And so I was shocked, but now I just can't believe we're gonna leave. I'm gonna miss it so unbelievably much. We've gotten so close with not only the people here at home, but around the village, late night antakshari games and just singing along with them. I think that we've all just gotten connected to this area.
Wonderful. How was it being in the community, working with all of these incredible people and doing the distribution of the napkins, the dental camp, distributing clothes and blankets? So how did you guys feel, and any memories or experiences?
I think this too was a learning experience, different from what we have in Changemakers. Like you're actually, getting to know everyone, and the distribution of the pads. I didn't know much about Baala pads, obviously not as much as you do. And after we've kind of shadowed you the first few times, we really got a feel for what exactly a Baala pad is. And it's really interesting, like we ended up working on what a Baala pad is to hundreds of people alone. And I think that was really interesting because we each got an experience of our own in different villages, and the reaction out of everyone was so positive and so empowering. Everyone was so happy and was unbelievably thankful, and their reaction makes me really happy since, it's really contagious.
Wonderful.
And
Amy, how was it going all the way to Laki? We didn't expect the trek to be what it was. So how was your experience getting to Larky and being in that beautiful village?
I have never ever been so remote that the place can't be accessed with a car or a bike, like only by foot. I was just so incredibly surprised the journey that we had to go through just to get to their village, and that they have to go through that just to get to basic, stores or whatever, that they have to do that every time they need something. And so it was great though. It was challenging. It was tiring. I think we were all very irritated, but we were all really grateful when we finally got there, and we were really surprised by how happy these people were despite the simple lives they led. They were all dancing and singing with Sana, and it was just really amazing. It was really great.
I think every irritation or anything that we had was so, it was so fun.
It was.
All the experiences that we had here, we can't get anywhere else. So we're really, really lucky to be here.
Awesome. And Kanji, what do you think? Do you think us being here and doing what we did has helped and is a step in the right direction for the community?
Yes.
Just share your experience. What do you feel over the past few days?
Yeah, we are very happy here that you are all here, and you went all the way up to the Larke, who never been there until now. And these girls are looking big, but they are very young. I'm afraid in the beginning that how should we take you guys are there, because I know the route already and little bit difficult, and I'm worried before we start, and I'm thinking like whole night that how if it's raining it's going to be very difficult for us.
Got
and
so lucky.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, and like whole night I'm thinking that morning is what going to be happen, because the road is not very safe also. And obviously no raining, so weather give us.
Yeah, we were very lucky.
We are very lucky, and all is good.
Yeah.
And thank you, all of you, to being there.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kanji.
for having
Thank you
us
so much.
and doing what you did, kind of giving us these incredible experiences. I think I can speak for all three of us now that we've had the most incredible time here. Not just, the difficult parts made us realize what everyone goes through. So I think that was a great learning experience for all of us. And thank you so much for putting it all together.
Yeah,
and making
thank
it
you,
happen.
Kanji. Really, thank you so much.
And we should thank Vinay uncle, because he's been, the backbone to the entire
Thing.
the entire
He
trip,
organized
the
the
entire
entire thing.
organization in Nepal as well. So
I want to say thank you to Ravi sir and Vinay sir and Vanelia and all of you. You came all the way, very far away to our village, and we are very warm welcome to all of you. And we're whole village is very happy here. That here all the women, they never expected someone giving them the pads.
Yeah.
This is very new, and everyone is very happy here.
I feel like we're all very happy to be part of a team like this, where I mean we're amongst such great, powerful women, and I just feel like it's really empowering. So yeah, thank you guys.
Really, in anything that you want to do, you have to pick the right people, and we got so lucky with
We got
everyone.
very lucky.
With everyone, we everyone on our team. It's just.
We
it's just
joke
great.
that it's the dream team, but we really did have the
Really,
dream
really is a
team.
dream.
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, sounds good. Very good. Excellent. Trust me, it's very good. You didn't know one mention about the bugs, which is a part of our whole program.
He's gonna put all the videos in there.
I don't even know what the word is. I was just really happy and really excited to be in the community with the women.
I'm so sorry. It was like a wasp. Something
Why do you
horrible.
run if she has it? Don't go there, you'll fall down. You don't even know that.
Oh,
I just felt it. I saw it in your.
be careful about the
The panic situation creates more problem.
don't
You were
fall.
going down. Don't go down.
What
Come here.
is that?
Butterfly.
It's a butterfly.
Why does it look like that? What was that?
No bee.
No, it was just a bug. The same bugs that were in our room.
Okay, we need to wind up this fast.
Can that leave? Go away.
Okay, quickly guys, come on, let's do
So
it.
actually, when you're asking,